This live. Today is the penultimate date for my challenge of 30 days in a row. I will keep doing this challenge even after my practice or comeback, because July is my birthday month, so it would be nice. Anyway, quickly, people, I do create websites for businesses, especially WordPress website. I used to create Drupal and Joomla. You want to go and check, you can do it. They are more code based and it's heavyweight in a sense compared to WordPress. But however, WordPress makes it makes the job a lot easier because it is adopted by many organizations. It's got almost 2/3 of the market share is with WordPress. It's a content management system anyway. However, they do have a free plan and also um, paid domain plan, which you can buy from them. So having said that, 2/3, how can there is a statistics. I'm a cybersecurity personal, so security means a lot to me, and I clean website which has been hacked as well. So it is really challenging for WordPress website people. That's even the small business owners prefer WordPress website, or I prefer WordPress website instead of Squarespace and other paid SaaS solutions. The reason I do that is because it's easier to develop, it's easier to manage, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to get a developer and do the website and all of that. However, WordPress websites get hacked almost left, right, and center every day. I don't have the right numbers, but every day WordPress websites get hacked. When a website is hacked, if it's light one, you can recover it a lot quicker. If it's been gone in deep and there's been SQL injection or those type of really backdoor hacking techniques have been used, then it is harder and your reputation goes down as well. Google, it takes ages to rank on Google when a website is hacked. So those challenges are there. So it is better not to get your website hacked. So that is why I'm going to talk about the plugins, which I know it's a long lead in, but people don't pay attention to these. Most of the web developers don't highlight that they're not having the paid plugins put in. They don't want to charge for that. If they are an agency, if they are hosting, they use their own agency plugins. So when you come off them, there's a lot of issues. Your website or domain is taken into kidnapped. That's a colloquial term I would use. It's because hijacked from you so that they are not providing you with the right security. So I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying they're right either, because they've got their own reasons of doing this. This is one of the principles and one of the contracts. You get in cheaper, you go, a lot more chances that you would be taken for a ride. So please pay attention to your website. Your website is your shop. You will not do that to your physical shop or physical office. If you're going to go, you will do so much research. You'll get even if it's more rent and more lease, you would pay for those. So please have that in your mind when you are looking at your website as well. So what are the 6 plugin categories? There are so many plugins out there. So what are the 6 plugin categories I would choose? Even if you're choosing free ones to start with, go for it. And if you need any help, just let me know. I will look into it and say, okay, that you need to go for paid one. Otherwise, free would do. So free plugins are the security loophole. You need to check them all the time. If you're not a person who does not do the WordPress maintenance, or you don't want to pay for other, you have to go almost every day into your site, clean up your plugins, get updated plugins, and all of that. You have to do for paid as well. But the paid ones are a little bit harder to hack. The reason is you're paying, so they have to maintain their plugins. So they are a lot more when plugin developers are a lot more invested in providing you with updates when you're going for the paid. So that is the point. So don't go for free plugins if you can. So at least on these 5 categories, which I would say, the number one is collecting reviews from your clients. I am bad at it. That's why I put this as a number one. And I didn't have review collector. Now I do. So it is more important. I use Thrive Themes one. If you need, I will provide you my affiliate link, and that will give me a little bit at no cost to you. That is Thrive Themes is. So this Thrive theme has got so many plugins within them. So it is very cost effective, value for money for you to go with this plugin. So review collector. The second one is security plugin. This is important. It will check. There are free ones as well, free plans. But again, I would say pay for it. Pay for these. Sometimes you pay for these days. It's all subscription, yearly subscription. I used to pay for lifetime. Nowadays, it is not. So, but pay for your security plugin. And the third one you need to have is the spam comments. You get spam comments left, right, and center by Viagra and sex kittens and all of those nonsenses. So it is better to have a spam comments eradicator. I have recently downloaded Jetpack. I used to use Jetpack, but that's not very effective. So I've just downloaded anti-spam comment collector or eradicator or something. So again, if you need names, please do let me know. Put in your comment and say that is not needed. And the backup tool you need to have, even if you have your website host or your domain host or hosting company, have a backup plan. It is better to have your own backup on the data, especially if you're an e-commerce site and stuff like that. So back up your website a lot quicker. I kind of worked on a hack website about a year ago. It was really hard for us. Thankfully, her hosting company had some backups, but she didn't have. So we had to go and manually clean everything. So that is a challenge. And she did have backup as well. So we had to go back, compare, and manually change it. So it was a little bit hard work on that one. And then fifth one is GDPR cookie consent. So there are many free ones. If you start with free ones, go for it, and then try to change it to the newer paid one, because paid one covers almost all countries, not just EU. It will have other US based framework, and also for other countries outside Europe. So that is very important. And the last one is SEO plugin. What SEO plugin does, it doesn't do SEO for you. However, it highlights what are the things which are lacking. It's more of so you have to start working on your on-page SEO, because that's the handle you have. So on-page SEO is more equally important than the off-page SEO. So that is one thing which you can think about. That's all I've got to share with you today, and I'll see you all tomorrow with my last day of the challenge, but I will keep going daily. if I can. Otherwise, I'll do the weekly one. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.